I know, Oliver. Thank you for bearing with me. I really don't understand why it always takes 3 attempts to get this going. I think if I stop touching any of the instruments, it might all just hold. So far, so good. Right, okay, let's have a go. Let's click in. How are you doing, Oliver? Bit warm today, isn't it? So, before I forget, because I think these logging in catastrophes affect me every time, I forget to introduce myself. So I'm Yvie, I'm an illustrator and writer, and I'm in North Wales. I am using Adobe Fresco to create a poster illustration or some sort of theme around mental health awareness, and I've gone with the Rock of Contemplation and the start with a breath idea. You're doing okay. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Oh, I've had quite a rough couple of weeks myself. This is an interesting diversion from my usual dilemmas. So happy to be technologically challenged instead, for once. Okie doke. So I did actually do a time-lapse preview just to see where I'd got to, and I think I might just show that now because I think I should be able to show it on the screen. So at the top of the Fresco app, there's a square with an arrow coming out the top of it, and that's the share button, and you can, down in the drop down boxes, preview time lapse. So if we click on that, and when this loads, this will give me the time lapse footage for all of the drawings so far. When I looked at it earlier, it was at 4 minutes 41 here. So if we drop that down to, like, scroll it down in the duration bar to like 40 seconds, 41 seconds, and then press preview, fingers crossed it doesn't crash, because it did do earlier. This will generate a preview on here that I can look at, which will give me a lovely sped up version of what I've done so far. And it's a nice, I like looking at them, it's a nice reminder of how my process has changed, or maybe what my thought process was as I went along. It reminds me of what I was doing. Though I don't think it likes it. Okay, see if I can come out of that instead. Sorry for the flashing screen. It's dancing, it's dancing. I'm hoping it won't flash for much longer. Tell you what, if there we go, if I move my background to the top, and we can just I Please don't quit on me again. Yeah, it didn't seem to like it. Although it's now done it. Let's see if I can go back to the screen without the screen crashing. Okay, it's there. If I press play, hopefully this will hold. I wonder if it's my wires that are causing the peculiar disconnect. Okay, here we go. You can see some of the notes I made, the colour scheme I made. Cool. Well, I'm glad that worked. Just a little reminder. So let's carry on. Thanks, Oliver. I'm going to carry on with her hair. I don't really like how I've done the fringe. Where was I up to? So I had my brush. Brown, yeah, okie doke. And I think I'll get rid of some of this background as well. Ding, ding. Okay, just give me a better idea of where she's placed. And yeah, I wasn't quite content with that fringe, I think. Gonna have to do away with the fringe because I think it's blowing in the wrong direction. She's got a rather high forehead, hasn't she? Okay, let's readjust some of this again. Use that lasso. Grab this section of hair. Close lasso. Let's just Bring this down to a reasonable size forehead. There we go. I'm happy with that. Deselect. Okay, so obviously some of these lines will have crossed over. All adjustable, nothing major. These are just details that I want to play around with. Part of the fun process. Okay. Right. Just get this back of the hair. Some wispy wisps. Oops. Put that all on the wrong layer. Wrong layer, Yvie. Ding, ding. Try again. Okey-doke. 1, 2. Wispy wisps. I do like drawing wisps of hair. Right, I'm going to get some of her colour in just so I can see where she sits in relation to everything else. Let's get rid of that layer. I'm going to use probably the pastel brush, hard pastel. this background colour in. Hey Keys, welcome. Thanks for joining. How are you doing? So the way I'm going to colour on this is to lock the transparency and then just use the background colour as a canvas in itself whilst I start to give her some colouring. Let's bring out the colours. Ding, ding. Start with her skin. So that's basically blocking in some skin type colour, which I will then go over many times as I layer up on her face. Actually, I also need to get these hands in. No, I think she can wear some socks. Okay, what colour? Shirt, hair, shoes. Let's go for grey shoes, grey blue. Some greeny socks. Maybe I could put some little motifs on them. Dungarees. Kangaroos. Corduroy. Maroon. Do I want maroon? Colour she's wearing actually. Or a shade darker. Yeah, she can have some green dungies. Turn this brush up. Green dungies. Mustard shirt, I think I'd like her to wear. Mustard yellow. Maybe a little more muted than this. It's gonna have to be pink hair, I think. Pinky auburn. What I tend to do is just get lots of colours in, and then if I need to do details, I can add a layer, a clip layer. That's just one way of managing my different layers. So I need to do the glasses and the earrings. I think earrings could be a nice green. And glasses. What colour glasses? Oh, thanks, Keys. Done a lot of progress. Yeah, last week I managed to get a lot of her detail refined, made her smaller. Still plenty to work on, but she's taking shape. Yeah, still thrown off by the proportions of the forearm. I see what you mean. I make it small, small, small. I suppose that forearm really is rather intimidating. thumb seems to have gone a little wonky. Okay, let's have a look. Go back to my old colour, brown, and my drawing nib. Let's see if we can make this a little less lopsided. Probably need my thumb to come down more. Yeah, same here, Keys. Wish there were trees like this to just sit under and read. I've noticed that the idea sounds perfect, but even in my own garden, there's just there's either lots of shrubbery at the base of a tree, like spiky shrubs, or the roots are really quite, there's nowhere to actually sit. It's an idea in mind actually. I need to remind my partner Tom to make a little bench, one of those sort of curved benches that go around a tree trunk, just so I can sit under a tree somewhere in the shade. And I wonder if that finger could probably come up further. And that one. I am conscious that when I draw, I have this sort of static look, which isn't intentional, but obviously it's a habit I've got into, drawing people that look like they're playing musical statues. So I often lose a lot of the dynamicness. Okay, let's go back to the other colour and get see if this is an improvement. Now these legs got me. Maybe I could give her some bracelets. Okie doke. And colours. I'll probably add some more details at another point. Okay, I'm gonna leave her there whilst I just take a look at the rock she sat on. Something very cathartic about drawing vines, because they don't have to be, there's nothing about them that's precise. What I've decided to do is to merge the edging of the rock with the vines of the tree, which will be visible around her. The lovely brush has a nice way of inking lines that give it that little rocky edge. Just lots of vines. I suppose this rock needs a bit of an edge. I'll just get rid of a bit more of the tree. That's the edge. And the edge is sort of somewhere under here. And then the other edges of it are covered by the foliage at the front. Get rid of that layer and that layer. Okay. Oh, hey Uma. Oh, you've got a fever. Oh, from all the sunshine. Adobe Live ceased to be live. Oh, crikey. Not just me. And hopefully my coming on here hasn't broken the internet. Right, so let's get rid of some of these layers. And then I want to redo this what do we call it? Lettering. Sometimes there is a distinct delay between brain and tongue. Just squeeze that in there. Nope. Spoke too soon. Did I seriously just write it on the same layer? I did. I made a mistake. I wrote it on the same layer as the vine background, so I'm just going to have to remove that. Nothing like a good Apple pencil for some precision lasso tool work. So, cut selection, paste selection, because then it goes onto a new layer. And then I can remove the background of the lettering. If you do everything on one layer, you're never on the wrong one. Absolutely right. And I quite often do that. I've noticed that with Adobe Fresco, if I have tons of layers, it doesn't always look very, the edges just don't flow so well. Whereas an edge that has that painterly look, where they smudge together, it just has a nicer feel to it. So I quite often put a lot on one layer and just go over it if I need to change it. But I suppose these are the outlines which are going on a top layer. Cool, so I now wanted to do these shrubs on the right, get these inked. You're right, Keys, you can't beat that logic. I'm going to press save whilst I think. Let's do this layer. My greenies appear to have merged already. So go to the pen tool. So this flowering was based on the buddleia bush that's in the garden. Based on it, I know it's not quite like it. Gosh. I just wish the buddleia would flower sooner. It's been green and large, taking up space, growing, consistently growing, but still no flowers. This is where my eyes get confused as to what I've drawn already and what I'm trying to draw over. What sort is it? It's purple? Oh yeah, it comes out purple. Just called a buddleia. Oh, globosa. Round yellow flowers. No, ours are purple. Looks quite similar to lavender, not lavender, lilac. Where are my lines? Davidi. Yes, the normal one. Slow. Yeah, I think I can see it starting to grow flowers. It's gone about 6 foot, 7 foot tall again. We cut it down to about a foot off the ground, and hoping that it wouldn't grow as high, and it's grown as high and it still hasn't flowered, so might need to cut it back even more next year. When did we cut it? I want to say January or February. So although it's grown that much since, it should be flowering regardless. The late cold upset them. Yeah, that could be actually. Because it's got lovely sunlight when there is some. And also I do wonder where it's planted. We have quite clay soil. I think it's just doing its best, to be honest. Okay, if I take out that background, Davidies are normally happy anywhere. Well, that's good to know. They're the ones that self-seed along railway lines and make a nuisance of themselves. We did plant this one, but I have noticed that it appears to be growing in the front garden as well, which we didn't plant. So, the lake or tardiness? You talking to me, Keys? Dum dum dum. Oh, okay, no worries. Gosh, it's warm. It's still warm. It's not easy to draw on the iPad with when the weather's warm. Everything just gets a bit greasy. Hopefully I've understood my own lines here. Oh, I think that came out all right. Okay. Another layer sort of done. Get rid of that background layer. Oh, Key says, I thought he was referring to a similar situation that happens here. Some flowers do not bloom because it gets hotter too early for them to adjust. Yeah, we've had a really poor winter conditions, and then it became really hot, and then it became cold. So I can imagine a lot of the flowers in the garden maybe that's why they're not all doing as well. Okay, this is a little layer. I think I've got time to do this one. Get some more foliage in the picture. Now these, I wonder, my jade plant is very similar to this, although the leaves are not side by side, they're like steps, spiral steps going up, I think. They're a nice shape. can believe that, Keys. Aye, no worries. Now that's going to take away from the word, so I might just make those a bit smaller actually. And then this one in the background. Okay, let's get rid of some of these extra lines. Decide what's at the front and what's behind. That goes behind. And this one. There we go. Cool, right, let's take that one out the back. Let's get this colour. I've probably got time to just colour these in. Give them the clippings. Or outlines, or cut out. I'm not really sure what I'm calling it. Their background. Interesting. Nope, wrong one. He says, up in the north you could walk on the ice out to sea for kilometres. I'm told now it looks like just a normal sea, but with some melting ice on it. That's really sad. I know we've not had very good snow here in North Wales, and we used to, it was always just like being able to go sledging was just part of, it was part of winter, and even that now feels like a real memory. A distant memory. That looks, it looks like I'm getting there. There we go. And if I bring, oop, delete that layer. Oh, nice. I'll have to put some flowers in there, I think, as well. So I'm not going to work on those plants just yet. And I wonder if this background one, there's some extra colour there that I don't need. This could probably go bigger. I wonder if she would actually be better off behind that. I think these can go bigger as well. Takes the edge off that arm That's just a little bit too imposing. I'll just have to make sure that the wording isn't covered over. I haven't actually done anything down here. Might be able to fix that with this hedge at the front being given in some background layer as well. Although when the tree's done, it will be darker at the bottom in that corner. Okay, let's save this. Now I was going to attempt to do another preview of the time lapse, but I'm actually worried that it might just crash my system again. Yeah, it's probably going to be too much for it. Okay, what can I do just to finish off? I can do these birds and butterflies. Give them some permanent status. Oh. There's some butterflies. I wonder if that top one. Oh, it's fine for now. Right, and let's just do these birds. My trusty alarm clock's gone off. My birds are probably seagulls. They're what I see most often in the garden above my head. And they've got a nice shape to them. Whoops. That one's wonky. Try that one again. Whoa. Let's delete those layers. What has happened to this seagull? There we go. There we go. Let's save a version of this. Save image. I'll even take a screenshot. Dink. Was that about my bird, Keys? He decided to become a tissue paper and go search for a nose. Okie doke. Thanks so much for joining me today. I just, I'm not a fan of the heat, so I'm glad that I managed to not melt all over my iPad. Very unbird-like. There's something called creative license, artistic license. Birds are a flurry thing in the sky with a wibbly wobbly shape. That was the essence I was going for. So thank you, Keys, thank you, Oliver, thank you, Uma, for joining me, and everybody else who sees this maybe as a replay. And oof, I know you're joking. Thanks, Keys. No worries. And well, I'm back next Wednesday, 7 PM UTC. What day is it? And we're in July next week. Are we in July? I think we're going to be in July. Cool. I will see you all in July. Thanks, guys.